got kind of a different one for you guys today. Something different, something interesting, something you don't see every day, and I found it kind of strange, so hopefully you should find this one intriguing as well. Now, I don't know how to start off with this one, but I'm just going to jump straight into it, otherwise I'll just drag on the point forever, and I know I do that quite a lot. So, basically, the thing I want to talk to you guys about is there is a guy that commentates Call of Duty videos, just like myself, right, so that's all normal, but he's 5 years old, right? He's 5 years old. No lie, no lies here, and you can go over to his channel, you can listen to his stuff. He's legit 5 years old, and just take a second to think how crazy that is for a start. Like, when I was 5, I was jumping on space hoppers, and like, how do you even know what Call of Duty is at 5 years old? It's just so strange, and I've had a look at his videos, and I don't understand what he's saying just because, you know, his voice isn't too developed yet or whatever. But just to watch him commentate and just to share his opinions, kind of epic, if you ask me. It's kind of cool. By the way, this is a 28-3 gameplay, and the guy that's 5 years old that does commentate, his name is BabyAirdrop. Now, a lot of you may know of another guy called Advanced UAV who is 12 years old, and he is also, in my opinion, quite a young commentator. So, for a 12-year-old commentator to be doing the Call of Duty thing is young in itself, and you know, he gets quite a lot of hate, but at the same time he's partnered by Machinima, so he's doing something right. Now this 5-year-old is actually gaining subscribers at a pretty quick rate. He's gaining them at a quick rate, and obviously that's because of his originality and things like that, and I can't bash that. I mean, that's a real achievement. He's got more subscribers than me, and he's just over a third of my age, so that's absolutely amazing. To do well in YouTube, you've definitely got to be original, and a 5-year-old commentator is literally one of first. I don't know if there's anybody younger, but I came across this guy through one of Girl Gone Gamer's videos, and I was listening to some of his stuff, and I don't think it's his actual gameplay behind it. I think it's probably his parents or his brother or something like that. He usually has somebody sitting alongside him. You hear a bit of it in his first video that asks him questions, but still, to have this 5-year-old commentating, you know, on YouTube and just spreading his love, so to speak, is kind of cool, and I find it kind of intriguing. So I'd just like to know what your guys' thoughts are, because obviously there are going to be upsides and downsides to this, because child exposure can be seen in a lot of ways. Personally, to me, it really doesn't matter. I mean, all good for it. If he enjoys talking to the camera and he enjoys shedding his light to other people, then I'm all for it. But obviously some people are against sort of, you know, showing their kids around and that kind of thing. I know that, what's his name, Mr. Obviously Jesus would be fuming, I suppose, at the thought of it. But personally, I kind of think it's kind of cool, and I don't really see the downsides too much. However, when getting into YouTube, it's becoming more of a common thing. You're seeing more and more people doing it, and it's usually for the wrong reasons these days. A lot of people are getting into YouTube for the wrong reasons. I thoroughly believe that this 5-year-old isn't doing that, but there are a lot of people that want to get into YouTube for self-promotion, for the fame, for the money, and I'm sure you know a couple of people in your own mind that are trying to do that, and personally that kind of upsets me a little bit, just because self-promotion and money is something that I've never really been interested in. However, I do know people that are in it for that reason. Now, it does upset me, but I'll move on and I won't talk about that. They are the downsides of YouTube. However, there are the upsides, which some people get involved for the community feel, just to meet new people, to, you know, express themselves, and yeah, that kind of thing, the community feel. And I know a lot of people that do that, you know, Flash, So COD PS3, people like him really, really do want to, you know, just reach out to people and just shed a little bit of light on their lives and just share with you a bit of their knowledge. And that really does mean the world to me, because that's the only reason I do this. Is literally a hobby, and that's all I want from it, as you guys know. And now for this 5-year-old just to be getting involved as early on as he is, I give him a lot of props, you know. I give him a lot of props just because I hope he goes far with what he's doing, because I'd love to be a 5-year-old that just shares a bit with everybody, and it's nice to see somebody spreading their love at 5 years old. You know, Call of Duty is something a lot of people are interested in, and I'm pretty sure that, okay, we can't really understand this kid, But as his voice develops, we will, if he continues to commentate, we will see him grow up, and we will sort of grow with him. So we'll actually learn the things that he learns, and that'll be really interesting to me. So I'm going to subscribe to him, and I'll say his name again. It's BabyAirdrop. I'm going to go over there and subscribe to him because I think he very much deserves a subscription. And I don't know, he could be the future generation, once people like Woody's Gamertag and Wings of Redemption go, maybe they get a new job, or even if they stay on with this, he could be, for example, this BabyAirdrop could be an advanced UAV, might be the next generation of commentators, when they grow up, they could be the next generation of commentating or gamers, and that's kind of cool to me, that's kind of interesting. We're starting to see that now in YouTube as more people get involved with it, and it's nice to see people getting back involved with it for the community feel and not so much for the money, because you know the sort of people that get in there for the money, and it kind of upsets you a little bit. But every now and again you saw the legit, the loving people that get involved with YouTube, and it puts a smile on your face. So once again, BabyAirdrop, big props to you, and big props to your family for allowing you or even helping you with what you are doing, because it doesn't just put a smile on your face and your viewer's face, which honestly, you are doing a job. It puts a smile on mine. So thanks again, bro. Props to you. And I'll speak to you guys that are watching this video from me later on. See you later.